Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video I would like to go a little more into detail about my formula, which is called the formula of the Loving Universe. And this formula is, I created this formula in order to give people a roadmap which they can follow, which entails practical steps and practical tools that we all have within ourselves, that we can leverage to experience life more joyfully, more deeply, and to realize our place in all of this. Okay, so the first step of the formula of the Loving Universe is called the Relativity mindset. The Relativity mindset is about how we ourselves can pick and choose the thoughts that we want to have. Okay, so all human beings have about 50 or 60,000 thoughts every day, and they say something about 70 to 80% negative. Don't hold me accountable on this, but as we all know, we human beings have a tendency to be very negative. And this is actually not so, it's actually not a coincidence that we are this way, because the reason for us being negative, cynical and critical, is because it's in our human nature. It's actually our ego trying to protect ourselves from danger. So our predisposition is actually to be negative and critical, because this way we will sort the good from the bad and we will protect ourselves. Okay, so it's a natural instinct, we could say, to be negative. It's actually in our blueprint as human beings. But the thing we can do about this, because, you know, it might be that our ego and the amygdala, which is the part of the brain which is also known as the fight or flight center, that's the part that's protecting us from real life danger. But you know, the thing is that our ego, the amygdala part of our brain, it can't tell the difference between a lion chasing me right now and wants to rip me apart, or the thought of me not feeling comfortable around other people, or the feeling and the thought of me criticizing myself or being hard towards myself. Because it can't tell the difference between these two things, because they are all, it's all internal, you see. So our brain and the part which is also known as our amygdala, it just fires off. So if I were to run right now and feel and think of the danger that's going to get me, then that would send a signal to my brain to release hormones which will accordingly keep me safe. And those hormones are cortisol, which is also known as the stress hormone, and noradrenaline. As we all know, adrenaline is the hormone that makes us, you know, fire us up, and we can run for a long distance without actually realizing that we're tired. That's how powerful our hormones are. And cortisol, which is known as the stress hormone, also aids in this act, so to say. But the problem kicks in when we have thoughts or thought patterns which sends the same signal of danger to our brain, which then again sends out these hormones, cortisol and noradrenaline. You see, I was a very negative person once, and I didn't realize how it affected me until I learned about the physiology which connects with our thoughts and our emotions. Because you see, when we have negative thoughts and these hormones are secreted, especially cortisol, it will attack our immune system. Because while the body is protecting ourselves from not dying, our immune system will temporarily go shut down. And you can see, if we were to have these thoughts, these negative thoughts and these negative feelings harboring in ourselves every day, then these hormones would be triggered much more. And that would lead to disease. It will lead to chronic stress and depression. And in worst cases, we could actually die, because our immune system is not functioning, and then we are open to all sorts of diseases, cancer included. So the important part is to monitor how we think, what we think. We need to become aware of our thoughts and aware of that we have the power to stop and choose our thoughts carefully. So this was a brief introduction into the first part of the formula. I will proceed with the second in the next video. Thank you all. I am once again very, very happy to have you all here. Love and blessings.